Test, test. Can everybody hear me out there? Good evening and welcome to the 2020-21 Fleetwood Area High School Athletic Awards Program. I think this is one of the best crowds we've had for this event in a long, long time. This is amazing. And we didn't even give you free food and drink this year. Honestly, it's great to see everybody in person. On behalf of myself and all the coaches, I would like to take this opportunity to thank a number of people that are very important to our athletic programs here at Fleetwood Area High School, especially during this year as we provide our student athletes an opportunity to participate in their sports during these challenging times. If you could please hold all applause until the end. First and foremost is Nancy Reppert, the athletic secretary. Some of you may know and some of you may not know, Nancy will be retiring at the end of this school year. I've had the pleasure to work with Nancy for 20 plus years. 4 years as an athletic trainer when I was contracted here to the district. I got to know her a little bit. And then when I transitioned to being the athletic director here at Fleetwood. That transition was only possible and as smooth as it was because of Nancy. She's been with the district for a number of years and made the athletic department run as smoothly as it did over that time. And that's a credit to her. And I know the coaches, myself, will deeply miss her. So thank you, Nancy. Our high school main office secretaries, the guidance office, our administration, Dr. Miller, Dr. Awadala, Mr. Herman, Mr. Salpino, and the school board, our Fleetwood Activity Booster Club, Sarah Chena and the other officers, Tiger Athletic Association, and all parent and individual sport booster clubs. Our facilities, Carrie Strickler, our director of facilities, his secretary, Karen Kyle, who just recently retired, and his new secretary, Kristen Grassley, as well as the grounds crew and custodians. Kirby Barnett, who's in the back doing our live streaming tonight. Our athletic trainers, Brad Burrows, Courtney Marquard, and Allison Conley. Penn State Health, Lifeline EMS, Brandywine Transportation and Mary Martin, and Kimberly Jamison with the school vans, KRE and all of our building security, student council, all of our faculty, staff, community members that help with ticket sales, announcing, scoreboard operating, scorekeepers, game managing, and just general event helpers. Our business office, and especially the parents and student athletes that are here and hopefully listening at home. Again, it took all of us to get through this year and have a successful athletic school year and having an opportunity for the kids to participate. So thank you to all. Before we get started, I'd like to announce the Fleetwood Sports Hall of Fame class of 2021. That'll be inducted on Tuesday, December 28th, 2021, as part of the Boys Basketball Annual Tiger Classic. The inductees are Matt Keller, Jeff Turner, and Laurie Frederick. Congratulations to those three. We begin tonight with cross country. The boys cross country team finished with an overall record of 4-10 and finished third in Division II with a record of 3-4. The girls cross country team finished with a record of 3-11, finished sixth in Division II with a record of 2-5. The following were district qualifiers: Jacob Fortna and Lauren Paulus. Jacob was all division and Lauren was honorable mention. Here's coach Eric Burkert.
Okay. Although our season was curtailed a little bit this year with all our big invitationals being canceled and county and districts the qualifying was cut back tremendously. We normally qualify a full 7 boys for the district team and several girls for the district team. They cut it back very much this year, so we only had 2 qualifiers for districts. But we got through the season. It was a rebuilding year. We had 12 seniors graduate, excuse me, the year before. And I thought we did, very well considering we had a very young team. This year, we have 2 extra awards to give out. They're the Scholar Athlete Awards for cross country, and that would be Sarah Hunter and Justin Bilger. I don't know. Oh, Justin's here. Okay. I'm sure they'll put that money to good use. Our coaches award, our girls team, we'll start with the girls first. We're always short on numbers, and I can never figure out why, since cross country is the easiest and simplest sport there is in the world. All you do is put one foot in front of the other several thousand times a day. But maybe we'll get more girls in the future. But we did have a small but very dedicated group of girls this year, as usual, and they all work hard and do very well. Our coaches award goes to this year Madison Wrestler. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Thomas. And our MVP for the girls team is, again, just another hardworking runner. Our team leader leads the team through our workouts and our cool down and warm up exercises. And is just always there and always gives her best. And that's Lauren Paulus. And our boys team, again, we'd lost most of our top runners to graduation the year before, but they came back and worked very hard and showed a lot of improvement during this season. We were sort of plagued with injuries on the boys team this year, but this young man worked very hard. He's a latecomer to cross country, and that is Jacob Cramer. Let's take the blue. Our MVP for this year is, again, another hardworking runner. He's been unfortunately saddled with injuries most of his career, but I do think this year is going to be his breakout year. Jacob Fortner.
The field hockey team posted an overall record of 12-3 and finished second in Division III with a record of 8-2. They were county quarterfinalists, and Casey Lynn DeWald was all county. Lauren Bryce, Sarah Loeffler, and Natalie Slusser were all division. And Amy Fitzgerald and Julia Kasky, Bryn McDonald, and Katie Trusak were honorable mention. Here's Coach Joyce Angstadt.
Well, I think Matt hit everybody thanking. I mean, my goodness, maybe I'm done and just give out my awards. But I do want to thank my parents for supporting their daughters and the team, and for all the sports here at Fleetwood. It's an important part of the students growing and becoming young adults. I also want to thank Beth and Megan, my assistants, for their time and energy that they put into this past season and off season. I can't do it all alone anymore, even though I try. I do want to put out for Mrs. Mary Hill, one of our former coaches here and at KU. She coached at KU first and then came here as a PE teacher and took over the high school program. We lost her this year. Unfortunately, she was a big supporter and fan of field hockey here at Fleetwood and throughout the county. She was at many of our games cheering us on. If some of the parents probably saw her in the stand. But she also was a volunteer. About 10 years ago, she was our Smiles volunteer for the hockey team and was there when we won our county championship back in 2011. And when we did win, she did a cartwheel for us at probably, 80 years old, 75 years old, something like that. So we will miss Mary Hill tremendously. She's one of the former coaches here and just big supporter of Fleetwood. A little bit of the season, Matt told the record, but it was successful not only as a winning team, but also being just able to play this fall. I think it was very important for all our teams and all the players to be out there and letting loose some steam and just seeing each other and the socialization. It's a big part of sports and of school. They needed each other, that's for sure. And I needed to get out of the house. So it's not just about them. Anyhow, let's go on to our coaches awards. We'll keep it moving here. First one, we'll go with Sarah Loffler, was my right midfielder and just a very intense player on the field, desire to score, and has a very much passion for the game. So luckily we have her coming back. All right, the next one would be Lauren Bryce. She's, again, one of our juniors and a big part of our team in the midfield. She also can go back and play defense when Natalie decides to hurt her hand and not play for a game, but just setting up the scoring opportunities and is there for our offense. Good job, Lauren. Okay, I did a little something different this year. I went with 2 MVPs. I think Matt's ready to say something because I have too many awards. But on any team that's good, you need somebody up there being the offense and somebody in the back holding the defense down and being the commander. So we'll start with my defensive one, my commander in the backfield, handling the pressure, just knowing how to defend against some of the speedier backs. She's learned over the last 3 years. And of course, we expect a lot out of her this year, but just understands the game and is always supportive of her team. Natalie Schlescher. All right, a little bit with Casey Lynn. She leads the team in goals again this year, and I believe she was second in the county in scoring without looking at all my notes. But her speed and skill up there in the front line just creates so many scoring opportunities. Granted, she has to be fed by the rest of them and assists, but some of those are breakaways, and we couldn't do it without Casey out there, and we just have been scoring a ton of goals with her. So Casey Lynn DeWald. All right.
Okay, we have 2 additional awards. Before we get out the next award, just wanted to check to see if Tony Didyoung might be here. If he is, if he could come forward, because this next award is in recognition of his family. Okay. Well, the first award is the Fleetwood Area Booster Club William Didyoung Senior Field Hockey Award. And this goes to Kelsey Hemming. Smiley Kylie Field Hockey Scholarship is presented to a graduating senior that played on the field hockey team, this student must be kind, optimistic, and dependable. Above all, this team player must believe in the sentiment Kylie had. Why play if you're not having fun? It's not always about winning. This award goes to Kayla Himmelreich. The football team finished with an overall record of 2-5 and finished 5th in Division II with a record of 1-4. I would like to again thank the Ole Valley students that participated this past season. It's a pleasure having you part of the Fleetwood football program. Jared Burt was All-Division First Team Offense. Owen Maddox and Jesse Strunk were All-Division Second Team Offense. And Owen Maddox and Wes McAlpine were All-Division Second Team Defense. Here is first-year coach Stephen Beatty.
Good evening, Tiger family. You know, this is my first time be able to say hello to the community. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support we had during football. I'm sure all the coaches will tell you that, you know, throughout the year, they're presented with unusual circumstances. So it's an honor to be here tonight to recognize our outstanding players. If the following players are present, could you please come up front? Tanner Maddox, Owen Maddox, Addison Boyce, Jared Burt, and Zach Hobart. Oh, I'm sorry, and Wes McAlpine and Jesse Strunk. Okay. Come on up here, fellas. Well, I'll run down the list. We too, Coach, have offense and defensive MVPs. So our offensive player of the year was Tanner Maddox, and he's at Stony Brook today on a Division I recruiting visit. So good for him, but unfortunately we miss him tonight. His brother was Defensive Player of the Year, Owen Maddox. Outstanding all-round player. I mean, he was second in the county in receiving. He was one of the leaders on defense with tackles. Just outstanding player. Our outstanding offensive lineman of the year, team president, a team captain, a great leader in the locker room, great player on the field, Addison Boyce. Our defensive lineman was Jared Burt, as Mr. Deal mentioned, all-county defensive line. Just a high motor. Can't say enough about the kid, his energy that he brought to our defense. The next award is Team Heart. And this award goes to somebody who shows up every day prepared, just ready to go. He's got his equipment, never complains, works his tail off. Doesn't necessarily make the field every game. You know what I mean? But he's there. That is Zach Hobart. Thank you, man. We do have two senior recognitions. I'm sorry, I'm pulling this mask down. I am very warm up here. We do have two senior recognitions. They're awards that we added this year that we felt, you know, just wanted to recognize guys that were senior captains, did a great job with leadership. Again, on and off the field, outstanding players, two of the top players in the county. And that would be Wes McAlpine and Jesse Strunk. Listen, things are getting better. I want to see everybody out there on Friday night. We'll see you. Thank you very much.
The golf team ended its season with an overall record of 5-9 and finished 7th in Division One. Aiden Sumas, Nick Romiak, and Matt Boyer were honorable mention. Katie Stump, Abby Stump, Kyle Wojciechowski, Matt Boyer, Jacob Stump, Aiden Sumas, and Ryan Romiak were county qualifiers. Tonight, I'll be filling in for Coach Matt Kellett to give out his awards. Coach Kellett is giving out 2 coaches awards, and they go to Kyle Wojciechowski and Matt Boyer. And the golf MVP goes to Aiden Sumas. The boys soccer team finished with an overall record of 13-4 and finished first in Division II with a record of 9-2. They were county and district finalists. Hunter Smith was all-state. Hunter Smith, Adam Fulweiler, and Jeff Rosenberger were all county. And Danny Hebner, Conor Heck, Malachi Herndon, and Wes Seaman were all division, while AJ Loucks and Blake Beal were honorable mention. Here's Coach Keith Schlegel.
Hello, everybody. I just want to thank everybody coming tonight. It's awesome to see as many people here. And I want to thank all the student body for coming to our games. If they could. I guess really not too much this year because of the availability of tickets, but what a year. Nobody knew what to expect. I really want to thank Matt and Nancy, and I want to thank our parents. I want to thank our cheerleaders, and I want to thank the administration because our district really lucked out. A lot of districts, athletes didn't get a chance to participate. And I think we need it. I think the athletes need it. I think we just need to get out of the house a little bit and compete and have fun. As far as our season, great year. We start off 0-2, however, and to 2 good teams, and we were up against the wall the rest of the season. It was that tight this year. And I want to credit all my players, the ones that are here tonight and the ones that aren't here, for dealing with all the new things that we had to go through this fall, all the challenges. I'm a big stickler for being focused and staying in their season and being very focused with each other. And we never knew what to expect, just like every other athlete that took part this year, especially after our season. The biggest thing about our season, too, was we were supposed to start August 17th. And it was pushed back about a month. And to me, that's incredibly hard. All the athletes are ramping up, and then boom, everything just falls out. And maybe our season's in doubt. And I can't ask anything more from my guys. We were incident-free, a couple banged-up guys here and there, but we got through it. We won 11 straight games, got ourselves to a county final. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us, but they competed. And district final as well. In a normal year, we go to state playoffs, but unfortunately, we didn't make it this year because of all the circumstances. But I'm extremely happy as a coach. I want to thank a couple of special people in my life. I want to thank the Hills and the buses. As we all know, Joyce had said Mrs. Hill had passed. And she was one of our biggest supporters. And I want to thank her. I know she's watching us right now. And also, we also lost Mr. Bust this year, and he's the reason why I'm up here. And football coach is right. It's really hot up here. And Mr. Bus, anyway, he's the one that put us on the map. And we did, soccer-wise, boys soccer is for sure is the reason why we are where we are today. It's because of him. And I want to thank Mrs. Bus as well. So tonight, I'm going to start off with some scholarships first. The recipient of the Coach Ray Bus Scholarship and the Jeff Fremley Memorial Scholarship is Hunter Smith. The next scholarship or soccer scholarship would be Fleetwood Area Booster Club, William and Betty Didyoung Senior Soccer Award, and that'll be Blake Beal. Next award is going to be a coach's award. Jeff Rosenberger. This young man had an unfortunate big-time injury his junior year. He's one of the very few players I've coached that started every game he was healthy for in high school. As a freshman all the way to this year. He had to rehab really hard to get back on time. And even though we didn't want to get pushed back a month, I think the month actually helped him out. So he could definitely be there for the first game, and he worked extremely hard to get himself back in shape. Even as a junior, only playing about a handful of games before he blew his knee out, he almost got all county in the voting. So, and this year he made all county. So I think all his hard work paid off. Joyce, I think Matt might dislike me more than you. I could not decipher this. In fact, we had an extraordinary team this year, as we have been pretty lucky here at Fleetwood. I have been anyway. I couldn't differentiate between a couple of three guys. I'm going to Adam Fulweiler, come forward, please, first. Adam Fulweiler, incredibly fit, incredibly good, skillful, and nobody liked to play against him because he was so physical and relentless. This young man helped us win a state title, just like some of the other guys on the team. He ran countless miles and is an extraordinary player. And also, everybody looked up to him on the team. And every day, he just put his work in, and didn't say anything, negative. He was always ready to go, and we had a little bit of a tough start this year. He was right there getting us back up and ready to go. Second MVP is Conor Heck. Conor Heck, the last 2 years is, again, just like Adam, has ran countless miles for us and worked nonstop. Incredible player. Can definitely play at the next level. Great kid. Again, not many words come out of his mouth, except for good words in the huddle and at the end of the halves and stuff like that in practice when we're ready to go. Conor was just amazing to me, and some soccer stuff that people might not know in this room, but he just made runs and did the right things when probably some other players struggled doing that stuff. It was all instinctive. And our last MVP is Hunter Smith, who was up here already. Hunter Smith up front for us, second leading scorer in the team. Congratulations, Hunter. Caused a lot of problems for other teams, and they double, triple teamed him, and he still managed to do really well and helped our team win. And he just put the work in. I would drive by in the summertime through this whole COVID issue, and I would see not just him, but him most of the time down at the fields of Wallingtown working out. And, you know, he definitely earned everything he got this year and so forth. So, again, thank you. Mike.
Good evening. I'm Mike Boyer, and I'm here representing the Jim Pickle Boyer Scholarship Committee and to present this year's scholarship award. This award is given in memory of James Pickle H. Boyer. Pickle was a lifelong resident of Fleetwood who gave generously to the Fleetwood community and students and families of the Fleetwood area. Pickle donated his time and energy to the overtime program for Fleetwood High School students, coached and supported Fleetwood athletic programs, and gave of his time to the Fleetwood community through various volunteer efforts. This scholarship has been arranged by his wife Karen and will be given to a committee-chosen athlete at Fleetwood Area High School who amplifies the qualities that we admired about Pickle. His time on earth was too short, but many of us have been blessed by his optimism, his overall energy, and his ability to always see the positive side of life from any angle. This scholarship has been established to create a lasting memory of Pickle. This year's scholarship recipient is Jeffrey Rosenberger. As Coach Schlegel mentioned, many good words about him. All his hard work to come back from a difficult injury, being an all-county player in his senior year and a captain of the team. Jeff plans are to attend Westchester University, majoring in psychology.
The girls' soccer team finished with an overall record of 4-8 and finished third in Division II with a record of 4-7. Layla Salih and Ava Salih were all division, and Madison Herb and Alexis Baez were honorable mention. Here's first-year coach Bill Lowndes.
Coach's award goes to Layla Saleh. And the MVP for the girls' soccer team is Alexis Baez. A difficult season. 12 seniors graduated the previous year. We only had 3 seniors this year and had a very difficult season. I do want to identify Sasha Joseph, one of our seniors here. She was one of the few that could get most of my jokes. So thank you, Sasha. Like Keith, I was very, very much influenced by Coach Buss. He and Betty Buss took us to their kitchen table where most of the soccer, youth soccer, was taking place, and all the club play, and he helped me get to a number of conventions. Mrs. Hill was scheduled to be one of our speakers with our girls team. We brought in a number of speakers. Mrs. Buss was our first speaker, and then Mrs. Hill was too ill to be able to be there, but she would have had great comments for us, and we were very excited to have her there, but unfortunately she couldn't speak. So thanks very much, and better luck next year.
The girls' tennis team finished with an overall record of 3-8 and finished 8th in Division I with a record of 1-6. Hannah Schilling, Rebecca Hall, Chase Desiderio, Kelsey Marsh, Sarah Davenport, Shannon Colley, and Allison Whitman were all county singles and doubles qualifiers. I'm not sure if former coach Brian Gessie is here, but if he's not, I will fill in for him. But I would like to thank Coach Gessie for his service as he did resign at the end of the season. So best wishes to Coach Gessie in the future. Coach Gessie has 2 awards this evening. They are both coaches awards, and they go to Sarah Davenport and Kelsey Marsh. The girls volleyball team posted an overall record of 14-2 and finished first in Division II with a 12-0 record. They were county and district semifinalists. Sarah Leininger was all state, and Sarah Leininger, Rachel Grayek were all county, and Sydney Westner and Celeste Cook were all division. Coach Ron Hoomer. Okay, I don't see Coach Hoomer, so I will fill in for him. Coach Hoomer has 2 coaches awards, and they go to Sydney Westner and Sarah Leininger. And the girls volleyball MVP goes to Rachel Grayek. The boys water polo team finished with an overall record of 4-10 and were 3rd in the WSWPL with a record of 2-4. The girls water polo team finished with an overall record of 8-5 and were 2nd in the PSWPL with a record of 3-3. Girls water polo were state qualifiers, and those consisted of Megan Bratley, Olivia Downs, Rachel Hess, Maren Schemmerhorn, Catherine Tanis, Rachel Wood, and Sarah Fisher. I would like to thank Muhlenberg for their hospitality and Coach Steve Stambaugh as well. So congratulations to all those members of the water polo team. The boys basketball team ended the season with an overall record of 11-8, and they finished third in Division III with a record of 5-6. Jake Carnish and Kyle Wojciechowski were all division, and Will Ryan and Aiden Sumas were honorable mention. Here's Coach Justin Sumas filling in for Coach Terry Sittler.
Good evening, everyone. Coach Sittler apologizes for not being here. First of all, an 11-8 record for Fleetwood boys basketball. We haven't had a lot of winning seasons in the last few years, so it was exciting to get back on the winning track. Of the 8 losses, 7 of them were by single digits, so a lot of close games. Hopefully everybody was either watching us on YouTube or NFHS with all the COVID restrictions, which limited our attendance. So hopefully we'll get to see you guys back in the arena this season. First of all, I'd like to do the Coaches Awards. We're doing 2 Coaches Awards. These 2 individuals were at practice every day. They both were freshmen. They were there every single day. They worked hard. They made our team a lot better. They did everything that was asked of them. So we really appreciate that. The first person is Braylon Conley. And the last person is Caden Schaefer. And our MVP and our Leroy Frederick Scholarship Fund goes to an individual that pretty much so led our team the entire season on both ends of the floor, whether that being offense, defense, whatever was asked of him. Sometimes his hair got in front of his eyes, so we had to move that out of the way a little bit. And my daughter has been so worried all day today that I would call him Wojo. But in reality, Kyle Wojciechowski. Thank you, everyone.
The girls basketball team finished with an overall record of 10-7 and finished second in Division III with a record of 6-3. They were county quarterfinalists and district qualifiers. Alexis Hess was 5A third team All-State and All-County, while Julia Caskey and Alexa Baez were All-Division, and Amy Flannery was honorable mention. Here is Coach Steve Zeller filling in for Coach Matt Kellett.
Hello, everyone. Filling in for Matt Kellett today. Coach Kellett does not have an MVP award. He's been that way his whole career here. He does have a coach's award. I will say, because I see Alexis Hess in the audience somewhere, if we did have an MVP award, she would clearly get it. She's one of the best players in the county and the state. So I just want to recognize that. And also, those of you that don't know her, she seems really intense and everything, but she's really a great teammate and a great kid. For Coach Kellett's Coach's Award, is it someone I have known since she was in 7th grade when I was coaching at the middle school. Somebody that I've seen grow for 6 years to graduating this year. And she's a great person, gonna miss her a lot. That's Amy Flannery.
we're going to ask Amy to stay up here because she's going to receive a couple more awards. Okay, the first additional award that Amy is receiving is the three-point goal award. This is awarded to a female basketball player who is furthering education and exemplifies the exceptional character and outstanding leadership. And then she is also receiving one of two of the Dale A. Cullen Scholar Athlete Awards. For those of you who don't know, we lost Dale within the last week. Mr. Cullen was a retired teacher, administrator, and coach for the Fleetwood Area School District. He is in the Sports Hall of Fame here at Fleetwood. I got to know him through the Hall of Fame and also through the Gold Leaf Banquet. He was always an enjoyable person to be around with funny stories of Fleetwood times of the past. So he will be sorely missed. But again, he does give out two awards. And the first one is going to Amy Flannery. That's awarded to a high-ranking girls basketball student athlete who has led her in that sport as well. So Amy Flannery. And then we have one other award to give out for girls basketball. It's the Leroy Frederick Basketball Scholarship, which is also awarded to a male, Kylie Wojciechowski, and also a female basketball player. So this goes to Alexis Baez. The boys swimming team finished with an overall record of 6-2 in third, and a CPL with a record of 5-2. And the girls swimming team finished with an overall record of 7-1 and were second in a CPL with a record of 6-1. District qualifiers were Sarah Fisher, Maren Sheverhorn, Catherine Tanis, Megan Bratley, Lauren Paulus, Olivia Downs, Dylan Yelitz, Alex Kissinger, Jaron Newton, Rachel Hess, Michaela Yeltz, and state qualifiers were Maren Sheverhorn, Catherine Tanis, Megan Bratley, and Sarah Fisher. Again, I would like to thank Muhlenberg and Coach Todd Eisenhofer, as well as our volunteer coaches, Kathy Kissinger and Megan Roth. And congratulations to all our swimmers this year. In our 9th year of our cooperative sponsorship at Ole Valley for Wrestling, the team finished with an overall record of 4-5 and finished 6th in Division II with a record of 3-5. Again, I'd like to thank Ole Valley and Coach Tim Cramer for all their help and support. And again, congratulations to all of our wrestlers this year. The fall and winter cheerleading squad did an outstanding job, not only cheering for football, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls basketball, but they put a lot of time and effort into supporting all those teams, and it is much appreciated. But in addition to that, they excelled in competition, where they were small division county champs. They finished 3rd in the small division at districts, and they were 11th at states this year. Here's Coach Rachel Schlegel.
Everybody. I just want to say thank you to admin and to Matt for getting us through the season. We had a lot of breaks and halts in our year this year, which was not easy for any of the coaching staff or the athletes or the families. So I just wanted to say thank you to them. I wanted to say thank you to all the coaches that let me share the stadium and basketball courts with them. I know I just kind of come right in and make my presence known, so I appreciate you not kicking me out of the stadium. Very, very much appreciated. And thank you to my cheer parents for kind of rolling with the punches and just going with me. It was a little chaotic, so I just wanted to say thank you. Up and downs of this season. For our competitive team, we've had to change our routine about 10 times. We never competed with the same routine, which speaks a lot about the athletes that I have. We placed first at counties, which is the highest we have ever done in program history. We won a smaller competition, but still won by a large margin. Placing third at districts is the highest we have been by about, I believe, 7 places, and 11th in the state, which is a drastic increase from 21st last year. So I wanted to thank all of my kids for just whenever I said, hey, you're over here today, they just learned it and did it without any hesitation. So kudos to all of my kids. Our fall MVP award is given to an athlete that the team and coaching staff not only feel is a huge asset, but gives sound advice and needed tools and tips for the success of her teammates on and off the field. And our fall MVP is Kenzi Arnold. Our Fall Coaches Award is being given to an athlete that has improved drastically from her freshman year into her sophomore year. I'm so glad that I have her for 2 more years, and she has stepped up without any questions. If she has a question, she figures it out on her own before asking me. She's always helping out teammates and being one of the athletes that I can just say, hey, go do this, and she'll do it without hesitation. And our Fall Coaches Award is Sarah Grimm. Girl. For our winter, we have 2 MVPs, and they're given to 2 athletes that probably had the most changes out of our, 5 competitions, 5 times we competed? They probably had the most changes. And they just did it. Being with like the COVID shutdowns, then we had quarantines. We just always were changing bodies and trying to figure out where puzzle pieces would fit together. And our 2 MVPs for our competitive team are Aaron Kasperitz and Bryn Shoemaker. And then I have also 2 coaches awards. My middle school coach / assistant coach, Leah, couldn't be here, but she had a lot of say in this as well with me. We're awarding 2 athletes, again, who had changes in their stunt groups all the time, just made it work, knowing there wasn't another option. They just had to do it. And our 2 coaches awards are Kaia Bruner and Jess Pritchard. And I just want to thank everyone again, and I just want to give a big shout out to my seniors, Kenzi Arnold, Bryn Shoemaker, Abby Kissinger, Skyla Tessera, and Kaia Bruner. You will all do such great things. I'm so proud of you. Come back and visit, and remember, you are always a Tiger cheerleader. Thank you.
In our first year of a bowling cooperative sponsorship at Muhlenberg, the boys team went 17-7 and the girls team went 15-9. The boys team placed 7th at regionals and the girls team finished 4th at counties and 5th at regionals. Riley Selmer was selected County Bowler of the Year in all county. Riley placed 4th at counties, 10th at districts, and was a regional all-star. I don't believe Coach Rob Wolf is here, so on his behalf, I will be giving out his award. He is giving out an MVP for bowling this year for boys, and that goes to Riley Selmer. in addition to being MVP, we'll be putting a bowling pin with the inscription for Riley for his records in the bowling. He is the county record holder for number of pins, 2,012 pins. He rolled a 300 game, and also he was county player of bowler of the year this year. So this will be going in the trophy case, but I'm going to give it to Riley so he can take some photo ops with it before he leaves this evening. So congratulations, Riley. The baseball team ended the season with an overall record of 6-12 and finished fourth in Division II with a record of 2-9. Mark Piskorski and Aiden Sumas were all division. Coach Roland Green, please, congratulations on your 200th win, and please come forward.
I'd like to start out with the Coach's Award. This individual is a great teammate and a great team player. He plays the game the right way and gives you everything he has at practicing games. His biggest strength, though, is that he always maintains a positive attitude, and it's been a pleasure to coach him over the last 4 years. This year's Coach's Award goes to A.J. Loucks. This year I got co-MVPs. These two individuals had such a great season, both offensively and defensively. They were the top two hitters on the team this year. I always preach to the kids that you will get your opportunity, okay? Whether it's one at bat, one inning on the mound, pinch hitting, pinch running, or playing every inning of every game. But it's what you do with that opportunity when it's given to you. And these two individuals got their opportunity, and they just ran with it, making it very difficult for me to take them out of the lineup in any game. One thing that they do have in common, they're two totally different players, but one thing that they do have in common is they play the game with so much passion, and that's something you can't coach. First co-MVP goes to Mark Piskorski. The other MVP goes to Aiden Sumas.
We have one more baseball award. It's the Fleetwood Area Baseball Association's Roy Treble Memorial Fund Scholarship. This is awarded to a graduating senior who participated in high school baseball and who was a team player and exuded sportsmanship. This award goes to Ayrton Loucks. The softball team posted an overall record of 13-6 and finished in first place in Division III with a record of 10-1. They were county and district quarterfinalists. Tanner Geringer was all county. Megan Bratley, Amaris Torres, Caitlin Pitletsky, Ashley Robach, and Haley Mager were all division. And Alexia Maliato and Abby Stump were honorable mention. Here's BCIAA Coach of the Year, Eric Garman.
As you heard, the softball team had a very productive season this year. The team really came together, worked in unison, they supported each other, and each player contributed to the season they experienced. Unfortunately, we're losing 2 starting seniors. However, the good news is, as you heard all the names there, we have a lot of returning contributing players for next season, which hopefully bodes for a very competitive year. In addition, coaching staff worked well together in conjunction with members of the team, and I'd like to recognize them for all they did this season. Coach Willis Stump, Coach Kenny Rentschler, Coach Anthony Bourne, and I had a great intern from Kutztown University, Nicole Light. I have several individuals I'd like to recognize. The first lady to be recognized tonight was a force in the field. Offensively, defensively, makes very, very few errors, and has one of the strongest arms in the county. With a season batting average near 500 and a slugging average over 800, she made games exciting. In addition, she earned the respect of her teammates as a leader. She led through example. She frequently helped get equipment out at the beginning of practice, put it away at the end of practice. She's a strong contributor in team discussions. She volunteered to write our speech for Cancer Night. As you heard, she was also chosen as an All-Berks player. The MVP award goes to Tanner Geringer. The second young lady to be recognized tonight worked along with her co-senior in helping lead stretches and keeping things very upbeat. She frequently put the ball in play, and she was very solid in the field. She provided the team with humor and never expressed frustration. She always just kept plugging away. She also worked diligently in preparing for Cancer Night, both in its organization and facilitating the decorating. To Brett Spade goes the Coach's Award. The last 2 young ladies to be recognized tonight, while quiet, kept the team in every game they threw. They spotted their pitches well and worked through every inning. They delivered when the team needed it, coming through with a strikeout, an infield pop-up. In softball, pitching is extremely important. In addition, the role requires an individual to assume a lot of responsibility. You carry the weight of your team on your shoulders. You have to have mental toughness. Power through those challenging times, tough games. In addition, pitchers require composure and confidence in their abilities. These 2 individuals demonstrated those characteristics, and as a result, earned the support of their teammates. Coaches' awards go to Abby Stump and Alexia Moliatu, the queens of our circle.
The boys tennis team finished with an overall record of 6-7 and finished 6th in Division I with a record of 2-6. Kyle Cernan, Blake Beal, Baxter Beal, Griffin Price, Sean Kirshner, Wayne Edwards, and Zach Fry were county singles and doubles qualifiers. Here's first-year coach Joe Eways.
I just want to say I'm kind of the newest guy here. I mean, I got here actually a week into the season. So it was a real whirlwind, and with that and the rain, the bad rain we had through March and COVID and everything, there was a time when we had played 7 matches and had 9 cancellations. So it was difficult, but I was blessed with a senior group that really stayed focused. They led the team, and they kept up the spirit of trying to learn the game and do things while still playing with a lot of heart. We came within 3 tie breaks, if you understand the game of tennis. And by the way, we're willing to teach that to everybody on a Tuesday and Thursday night. We're going to be out at the courts during the summer. And everybody's invited. So we came within 3 tie breaks of probably having about a 9-4 record. That's how close it was at times. But I really appreciate their efforts, and I appreciate the welcome I've gotten from everybody here. Our MVP award is one of my co-captains, Griffin Price. Our MVP award, that was MVP, I'm sorry. The coach's award is Blake Beal. No, okay. Also, our co-captains, these 2 guys really anchored everything we did. No.
As I mentioned earlier, there is a second Dale Collins Scholar Athlete Award, and that goes to Griffin Price. The boys track and field team finished with an overall record of 1-4, and in Division II, an 0-4 record, finishing in 5th place. While the girls team finished with an overall record of 1-4 and a Division II record of 1-3, finishing in 4th place. Chanel Hercules in the 100-meter dash and also the long jump qualified for districts. Here's Coach Steve Zeller.
Okay, first of all, let's clear something up about our record. In track and field, we had a young team. We had 1 win for the boys and the girls in our dual meets. However, there's still a lot of great individual accomplishments going on, even in a loss. And to sum that up, in our girls' dual meet with Berks Catholic, we lost to them pretty comfortably. But when it came time to the county meet, our girls ended up in 7th place. They were 17th because we had the horses and they started to come together at the end of the year. So I have to clear that up. I want to thank my coaching staff. Also thank Cecil over here, does a great job with the middle school. It's important. We have, at the high school, we have eight coaches. It's critical that we have a team of coaches. I also want to thank Sydney Marsh, fantastic manager, known her since 9th grade. Gonna really miss her. She just did so many things for our team. I want to recognize her. Also, if anybody knows anybody next year that is good with paperwork, let me know. Okay, I'm going to start with the boys. First Coaches Award. I have 3 boys Coaches Awards. We have 60 kids, so we're going to have a few more. All 3 of these kids were within 1 point of each other. First is Tony Downs. You can stay up here. Tony's a 10th grader. He was second on the team in points. And for a 10th grade boy in track, that is very difficult. Boys in 9th and 10th grade in track have a lot of trouble accomplishing things. Tony is the type of kid, anything we asked, he would do, and he'd do well. He's got a great future, and I'm thrilled that he's only in 10th grade. Next, I'd like to call up Nick Hill. Nick Hill, great kid, junior, got third in the county in shot put, you know, nice accomplishment by an individual, but we're still a team. Nick's a great kid, great leader, helps the younger kids, works hard, and I know next year it's going to be a huge year for you. Nick Hill. The next boys coaches award is Wyatt Hetrick. Wyatt is basically the same attributes that Nick has. And I think you would agree with me there. And so would Wyatt. Wyatt finished 6th in the county in discus. He's a junior, will be back next year, works hard. I know you're going to have a monster year next year. Pleasure, keep working, and we'll see you next year. On the boys MVP, somebody just like Amy Flannery in basketball, somebody that I've known since they were in 7th grade, because at that time I was at the middle school and I coached basketball and track. And the boys MVP is Danny Hebner. Danny was the boys points leader. He tried triple jump for the first time this year, mid-season, and the first meet that he did it, and the first meet that Danny did the triple jump was the Twin Valley Invitational, and there were 18 teams. Danny was so excited to do this. What did Danny do? Danny got 2nd place. Just somebody that's, like I said, I've known him for 6 years, basically. I'm going to miss him. Great contributor to our team. On the girls' side, I'll start with Sarah Hunter because I believe she's not here. She got 3rd in the county in the 100 hurdles and 4th in the county in the 300 hurdles. Great year for Sarah. She was a team captain. Along with Jake Fortna, I had just told Jake he was going to be a captain, and then his season sort of ended. But definitely capable person, and he'll be back next year strong. The next girls' coaches award goes to Ava Salih. Ava, beautiful thing about Ava, she's only a 9th grader. She works super hard. Ava's a super hard worker. She's a leader of the team. For a 9th grade girl, this person, she puts in the work and just does the right things, and so thrilled to have her. Along with many other people on our team. We have really good things for next year. 5 of our 7 award recipients are back next year. Ava did finish 6th in the 400 at counties, which was really, I don't know if it was unexpected. It was not unexpected the week before because she finished 3rd, I believe, at the Shaner meet. But before that, it was somewhat unexpected to finish so strong. But that's just hard work, did all the right things. Lastly, for the girls, 10th grader, Chanel Hercules. Chanel, obviously, she's our MVP. She's our leading point scorer. Thrilled that she's only a 10th grader. In the beginning of the year, she started slowly, kind of didn't know what to expect. And then towards the end of the year, Chanel got in shape, started to taste success, and bought into things. And I know she'll be that way going forward, and it really paid off, the work. Chanel finished second in the county in the long jump by 3/4 of an inch. And that Chanel knows, I was right there when it happened. She shocked people. Like her jump, they were like in disbelief. And it just it was one of the first jumps, put pressure on the whole field. Some of them folded. So she ended up second in the long jump, also a great 100 runner. Chanel could probably do 8 events and qualify for counties. So could Tony Downs. So that's the group of track people. Thank you, everyone. Do you have anything?
The boys volleyball team finished with an overall record of 7-9 and finished tied for 4th place in Division I with a record of 3-7. They were district qualifiers, and Ivor Cahalan was all division, and Nicholas Sella was honorable mention. Here's Coach Christina Hoomer filling in for first-year coach Dan Crick.
So this season was difficult because we only had 12 players. If anybody knows anything about volleyball in here, you need 6 players on each team. So you need at least 6 players on the court at all times. We just made it through for the program. And then eventually we made it to 10 players when we went into the postseason. So this season was we didn't know what we would expect, and we were shut down for about 2 weeks in the middle of our season. So our boys did phenomenal in comparison to what we had expected. We came in with 8 seniors, and we're going to be hurting for next year. But if you know anybody tall, let me know. But they were an incredible team to coach, and we were honored to have them as part of our team. So Coach Dan cannot be here. He recently moved to Pittsburgh, so I will be presenting our Coaches Award as well as our MVP. Our Coaches Award goes to Alexandro Shirelli. So Alex embodies the attitude that every coach could only hope for. As coaches, we can't teach drive and passion for the game. He came to practice every day determined to get better and improve. Along with this, he was everyone's #1 supporter. He actually earned the nickname Mr. Consistency. He came into the gym. He earned this nickname not only because of his steadfast belief in his team, but also his reliability on the court. In every match, I could rely on him to put at least 4 or 5 serves into the court. Alex, whether it was in the midst of a JV match or it was in our district playoff match, he was always right in the middle of the huddle, eyes on his coaches, focused and engaged with his team. Even in the postseason, when the JV season had ended, he was still there to help us out with our starters, and we were there to prepare for the rest of our season. Throughout it all, he was always going all out with a smile underneath his mask, and we can't thank you enough, Alex, for your dedication to our coaching staff, to the sport of volleyball, and yet most importantly, to your team. Thank you. So, although Coach Dan can't be here tonight, he did write a speech for Ivor. Ivor, you are our MVP, and in the words of Coach Dan, Ivor took major steps throughout the entire season, and he can still remember after the first open gym asking you, how does it feel to get back on the court? And Ivor's quick response was, I missed volleyball. Whether he realized it or not, you could see that in him. You could see that in him in every practice, in every scrimmage, in every match. When our team needed a kill most, everyone in the gym, including our opponents, knew exactly where the ball was going to go. But that didn't stop him. He often stepped up, called the ball every time, and early in the year, we had a match against another top-level player. And I went up to Ivor before Game 3 and said, "I want you to show me why you are the best player on this court." He said, "Yes, coach," and did just that. There were many times throughout the year I went up to him and told him that, and every single time he said, "Yes, coach," and he proceeded to show everyone in that room. Ivor was more than just a player to this team. He was a leader. I told the guys in the beginning, I don't believe in naming captains. I believe in captains naming themselves. Often Ivor did just that, whether it was regrouping the guys after a game or stepping up in practice. His voice was always louder than the rest. After Game 2 of the match at Wilson, where their game plan was to clearly take him out of the game in both serve receive and offense, I had to pull him aside and tell him they are clearly trying to take you physically out of the game. I need you to step up and be a leader of this team. After that, you could see a clear mentality change. He went up to a struggling teammate and kept him engaged throughout the play. He never packed it up early at the end of any practice, and he never stopped fighting or believing a win was possible until the other team won 3 games before we did. No matter the score, no matter the team, he kept fighting. Ivor Taylor.
This is the 5th year of our cooperative sponsorship with Schuylkill Valley in lacrosse, and a number of students participate both in boys and girls lacrosse teams. Boys lacrosse team finished with an overall record of 3-8, finishing in 8th with a record of 2-7, and the girls lacrosse team finished with an overall record of 2-9, finishing 9th with a record of 1-8. Zach Motes was honorable mention, and Carissa Durr was all division. I would like to thank Schuylkill Valley and their coaches, Rich Yelk and Robert Newfer, for welcoming us. And Coach Newfer has an award that I will read on his behalf for the girls team. Carissa Durr is the girls lacrosse MVP. She's the goalie, and she had 159 saves on 316 shots in 12 games with a 50.3% save rate. Carissa, you have come so far on your journey as lacrosse goalie, considering you have only been in goal since 7th grade. You have made huge strides in your position, and I wish you the best of luck in everything you do, and can't wait for the next 2 years to come. Congratulations, Coach Robert Newfer. Carissa Durr, MVP of the girls lacrosse team. Up next is the Fackler-Hauer Sportsmanship Awards. Each school in District 3 nominates 1 male and 1 female. Fleetwood's Fackler-Hauer Sportsmanship Award recipients are Sasha Joseph and Jeffrey Davenport. Do you want me to put it on you, or do you just want to hold it? The next awards are the E. Jerry Brooks Academic Excellence Awards. These are awarded to academically outstanding students who has participated in at least 2 sports for a minimum of 3 and received 3 letters. The following are the E. Jerry Brooks Academic Excellence Award winners: Ayrton Loucks, Sarah Davenport, Kelsey March, Alan Lee, Madison Wrestler, Blake Beal, and Jacob Cramer. Please all come forward for your medal. And now I'm going to take a much-needed break and bring up Mr. Herman to give out the Scholar Athlete Awards.
Well, before we begin with the Scholar Athlete Awards, could I ask all the coaches to please stand this evening? Coaches, thank you. The individuals you're looking at right now have given of their time away from their families, evenings, weekends, for months, to spend time imparting their wisdom, providing skill sets, coaching, and most importantly, mentoring our student athletes. So for that, coaches, I want to personally say thank you. The Scholar Athlete Award is given to students. A senior athlete must maintain a minimum GPA of a 90.0 or above for 4 years and have lettered in at least 2 varsity sports for a minimum of 2 years. When I call your name, the following individuals please come forward: Blake Beal, Sarah Davenport, Olivia Downs, Sarah Hunter, Jacob Cramer, Alan Lee, Kelsey Marsh, and Madison Wrestler. Congratulations, Bryce.
Up next are the Junior Senior Letter Awards. These junior and senior athletes have earned at least 6 varsity letters by their junior year or 7 varsity letters by their senior year and are eligible for a sweatshirt award, which can be picked up in my office. Please stand as I call your name to be recognized. Kenzi Arnold, Megan Bratley, Kaia Bruner, Noah DeLong, Olivia Downs, Jasmine Evans, Sarah Fisher, Jacob Fortna, Julia Caskey, Abigail Kissinger, Kelsey March, Lauren Paulus, William Ryan, Wesley Seaman, Bryn Shoemaker, Skylar Tessera, Jaden Valek, and Caitlin Ventura. Let's give all these students a round of applause. Up next is the Board of School Director Awards. I'm going to introduce Superintendent Dr. Greg Miller, and I don't know if Board President Kevin Manmiller is here to assist him or not. If not, Mr. Herman will be joining us this evening.
Just help us.
These are awarded to individuals and teams that have excelled at the highest level, either advancing to the state level or winning a championship. So we will start out with the high school girls water polo team that qualified for the PA State Championship Tournament. Top 8 teams in the state. So we have Rachel Hess, Catherine Tanis, Rachel Wood, Megan Bratley, Marin Schemerhorn, Olivia Downs, and Sarah Fisher. Up next is high school boys varsity soccer all-state team selection, and that's Hunter Smith. No, just now we have the high school cheerleading county champions, as well as finishing third in districts and state qualifiers. Marissa Arnold, Aaron Kasparowitz, Haley Mauger, Catherine Annabelle, Kaylee Cramer, Sarah Grimm, Jessica Pritchard, Delaney Walker, Jasmine Evans, Kenzi Arnold, Kaia Bruner, Abigail Kissinger, Bryn Shoemaker, and Skyla Tessera. Next, we have high school girls basketball, 5A third team All-State, Alexis Hess. Yes. Next, we have high school swimming state qualifiers, Catherine Tanis. Maren Schemmerhorn. Megan Bratley. Sarah Fisher. Next, we have high school PHS FHCA State AA Academic Team. This is for field hockey. Lauren Bryce. Casey Lynn DeWald. Amy Fitzgerald. Julia Caskey. Sarah Loeffler. Bryn McDonald. Elizabeth Miller. Cadence Rusak. Natalie Slusser. Kelsey Hemmig. Next, we have another field hockey award. This is the PHS FHCA Team GPA Award. Mackenzie Fry. Kelsey Hemmig. Kayla Himmelreich. Mackenzie Miller. Lauren Bryce. Casey Lynn DeWald. Amy Fitzgerald. Julia Caskey. Sarah Loeffler. Bryn McDonald. Elizabeth Miller. Cadence Rusak. Natalie Slusser. Aaliyah Negron. Mallory Reppy. We have one more field hockey award, the PHSFHCA First Team All-State AA player, Casey Lynn DeWald. And the last Board of School Directors Award for the evening, All-State Girls Volleyball, Sarah Leininger. Yep. The next awards are the Kylie C. Stewart, number 22 Scholar Athlete, the Male and Female Scholarship Awards. Before I introduce those award winners, I just wanted to see if Mr. Ken Stewart is in the audience. Would like to come forward. The first award is the Female Award. This scholarship award is presented to a graduating female student that played on a Fleetwood High School sports team. This student has achieved academic excellence and is a superior teammate. This scholar athlete must be caring, supportive, and encouraging of her fellow teammates. This award winner is Tanner Garinger. And for the male award, goes to Adam Fulweiler. The next two awards are the Berks Chapter of Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame Award. This is awarded to a male and female student who has made significant contributions to varsity athletics and the community and high school, is also committed to attend a post-secondary institution. These awards go to Sarah Davenport and Ayrton Loucks. The last awards of the evening are the Fleetwood Activity Booster Club Outstanding Athlete Award, as well as the Outstanding Senior Male and Female Athlete, and these go to the same female and male recipient. We will begin with the female award. She is a member of the girls' soccer and basketball teams. After high school, she will be attending Albright College. 2020-21 Outstanding Senior Female Athlete is Alexis Baez. And the male award is a member of the boys soccer and track teams. After high school, he will be attending Millersville University. The 2020-21 Outstanding Senior Male Athlete is Daniel Hebner. I'd like to congratulate all of tonight's award winners, and I hope everybody had an enjoyable night and have a safe drive home. Thank you very much. See you next year.